Okay, y'all. So they keep trying to set me up like I'm a prostitute. Um, I just uploaded videos showing y'all what happened in the motel, showing y'all everything that's going on. But let me tell y'all about these visions that I had while I was asleep by myself in the motel room that the young black man had got for me. Okay, so check this out. These are visions and this is spiritual stuff about what's going on. And the man's not here who got this room for me, so I'm gonna just have to go into detail as much as I can as quickly as possible. Let me put this behind my back to try to get y'all to understand what's really going on. So basically, okay, I was asleep and there was something about there was a man, a black man that had took me to somebody's house to get clothes and food. And I was like, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, like out of this person's house. Like I was like, I want food. And he was just basically like, get whatever you want, I'll get you whatever it is that you want. So I was like, okay, I'm all in their refrigerator going through, trying to find food to eat because I'm pregnant and I'm trying to find food to eat, right? So I get my clothes, pack up my clothes, and he take my clothes out of the person's house or whatever. And it was a lot of other stuff going on, but I don't remember everything. And then there was like a church. It was like a church, but it was like pews, like a bunch of light wooden pews. And it was like long, and it was like a whole bunch of black people in the pews. And the black people was like, they was excited. And I don't know if I was buying it or not, but they was like real excited and they was running around and you know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, looking at them because I think somebody had started telling me like, run around, like, or, they was like, come on, let's run around, like they was in church or something. And then I don't know if I wasn't buying it or whatever, if I was like, because black people have been doing a whole lot of messy stuff to me, and they still are doing a bunch of messy stuff to me. So basically, there's some noodles that I got in there. I'm gonna let that sit for a second. So there was a white girl. So while this church stuff was going on, because I can't remember everything, but while this church stuff was going on, there was a white girl now. And her stomach was like, she had like a little bump at the bottom, and she was shaped like me, kind of, sort of. And she was blonde, I believe. She was blonde. And me and her was talking, and like she was trying to act like she was cool with me or whatever. And I was like, oh, you pregnant too? I was like, oh, you tiny like me, let me see. And then I had pulled down her shirt in the front, because she had like the real loose kind of folding thing in the front. And I pulled down her shirt. I was like, oh, let me see. And then she turned around and showed me her butt, and cause I was looking at her like her stomach, and hers was not like, see, mine, I have fullness up here, and down here, but her fullness was more so just like at the bottom. So she didn't really have, even though I'm small, you can still see I got fullness. She did not have no fullness. Like hers was just kind of like at the bottom, kind of sort of like she was pregnant, but that she was just not really far along, because the fundal height is what come along when you've been pregnant for a minute. So basically, she was saying, I was like, oh, you must be pregnant by a black man. That's what I said to her. And she was like, oh yeah, my baby daddy is black. I was like, another female trying to pretend like she giving birth to my child because my baby daddy is white. And they was already trying to get black women to try to come in the NICU every time I go to the hospital, to come up there like, big old belly, like they finna give birth to my child. And so when I seen the white girl in this vision that I was having, she was like, yeah, my baby daddy black. And I was like, it must be another one trying to pretend like she had a mixed race baby, because if you get a black girl to pretend like she had my child, then she could just say her baby daddy was white. And because my baby is mixed and it's me and Austin's baby. And then to send in a white girl to pretend like she's pregnant by a black man to try to make it seem like that's their baby. This shit is ridiculous, but this is what happened in the video. Hold on, let me grab my noodles, y'all. Let me grab my noodles, because I don't know if they got roaches up in here, and I ain't got time to be letting them eat up my food. You feel? But anyway, so, let me tell y'all the rest. So I got the chance. So basically, Jesus, it's not comfortable for me. So basically, the girl turned around and was like, yeah, she was like, yeah, but I'm thicker than you from behind. Like, she was showing her butt, and it was like kind of saggy on the sides, like it was wide and then kind of saggy on the side, like a little diamond, like saggy a little bit. And then I was like looking at her, and she was like, yeah, we've been having sex a lot. Her so-called black baby daddy. And I was like, oh, okay, okay. And then I had turned, because I had been told I was pregnant too, but then I had turned and looked at my stomach, and there was another me in front of me, like a vision, but there was no mirror right there. It was just me staring at myself. And I gotta stand up, y'all, to show y'all, to explain what it was that I saw when this happened. Hold on. I'm gonna have to put it right here. Okay, so this is what happened. Basically, that's cool. So anyway, in this vision, y'all, this was so crazy what I saw. Okay, so I saw, I should have just left my hair the way it was. Because that was cute. But anyway, so I'm gonna tell y'all what I saw. So I saw my body, and I saw a little baby inside of me. But I was so skinny, like right here. It was like I was so skinny that all you could see was the little baby. And the baby turned like to the side like that, and it looked fine, like a little healthy little baby, like ooh, and it was like that big, and it turned like that, and then it turned over to that side, and then it turned upside down, so like where you got the head down right there, and it was just like, "Whoo, hey mama, whoo, hey mama," and then, "Ooh, hey mama," and I was looking at myself, because it was like, I was like, dang, do I look like that? Because to me, I feel like a normal pregnant woman. Like when I sit down, I gotta sit, So, like, I understand, like, it seems like, because I'm very skinny. So, but for me, like, when I'm walking and everything, like, I feel like a normal pregnant woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, feel like I'm that skinny. But I suppose that I am. And now it causes me to take a look, and I see that I am that skinny. So, then, when I sit down, I gotta sit like a normal pregnant woman, and then look how small I am. So even like from the side, like, oh my God, like this is ridiculous. And I understand why people don't want me to have food, but I'm gonna get back to that in a minute. So basically, I saw myself like very skinny, and then this little baby was just like doing a little somersault, like wee. Wee, and then it went in a head down position like wee, and next thing you know, I had this baby in my arms. It just ended up in my arms, like it almost felt like one big contraction, because I could see the anatomy of the baby's body. Like I had gotten, I guess, so skinny that I could see my stomach was damn near flat. And then I could see the anatomy of this baby's arms, head, legs, feet. And it was doing a little somersault like wee, and wee. and then down like wee, and then I was looking at my body like, oh my goodness, like, the baby look okay. Is it okay? Am I okay? We gonna be okay? Because it was that skinny. Like I was that skinny, and then the baby was like not. The baby was not really tiny like I would have thought. Like, I would think the baby would have been like real small. Like, but the baby was kind of like a size like that. And it could like turn and then come back. So I was like looking at it like scared a little bit, and then all of a sudden it was like there was like one big contraction to where, like I said, I saw the baby whole form, and it was like in the fetal position, and then it kept turning around and in the fetal position like that, and it turned and it was in the fetal position like that, and then it turned down like that, and it was like one big contraction to where you saw like the imprint around the baby's body, but I was skinny, like I was tiny, like flat, like flat. But you saw the imprint of the baby's body. And then so after that I was like all of a sudden I ended up with this little baby in my arms. And he looked it just like Melbourne, like his twin. Like he looked it like him, and I don't know if it was a girl or a boy because I didn't see the genitals. But the face looked it like a little boy, and it looked like Melbourne, like identical to Melby, like exactly how Melbourne looked around the time Melbourne probably was like 9 months old. Like he had like grown, developed baby features, but he was very small. Like he probably was like that big in my arms, like the body, but the legs kind of he had a little length to him. And I was like holding the baby like, oh my goodness. And then we walked out like that. So I'm going to pretend like I'm walking away with this little baby in my arms. And then we outside now, and it started to drizzle. Like it started to rain. And I think the baby might have had on a diaper or no diaper. But the rest was like naked. Nothing but little cute little baby skin. And I was holding him, and he was looking, and he was asleep, and then like he started to smile, like just smile at me, like kind of like how Mel used to do. And I was looking at the little baby. I was like, cause I didn't push him out, like I didn't have no cut, I didn't see me push the baby out. All of a sudden, I just saw how skinny I was, and it looked like one big old contraction. And next thing you know, I was holding this cute little baby in my arm, and it started to rain on it. And I was thinking, I don't want it to rain on the baby, but that's okay. Let it clear off. Let it clean the baby's skin off, And then so then there was a vision of a white man. Like somebody was saying they was taking me to Africa. Now I don't know what happened with me and the baby because that part of it was over. But then there was something about someone wanted to take me to Africa. And then I ended up in a motel room with a black man that didn't have no fingers on his hands. He didn't have no fingers on his hands. And he was trying to do stuff, and trying to pay me for sex in a motel room. And I was basically not feeling that. And then all of a sudden he turned into this white man. And he had some big old thick legs, and he was like grizzly, like big old pot belly. And then he had hair all on his legs, and it was the hair going all down his legs. And then he had his penis out, but I couldn't see his penis. I could just see the shaft. And then I guess I looked away. I don't know. And then he was trying to offer me $60 to have sex with him. And I told him no. And then he was like, well, let me tell you what I would do if a white girl offered me $60 for sex. And he was basically saying, like, you dumb as hell. You need to be having sex with me for this money, or whoever offering you money, blah, 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 blah. And then I saw some black girls outside of this room, and they was driving around in a car, like 3 black girls, like in the front and then in the back, just riding around, like. And it was something very suspicious about them being outside riding around while this white man was trying to get me to have sex with him for $60. And I said, well, take me back to customs. And I go back to the United States. Cause I ain't trying to be up in Africa prostituting myself. And then I don't think we was in Africa for real. Now I don't know, but it was just in a dream. This is what happened. And then I don't remember much, but I ended up like waking up, and then I ended up like looking at my body to see, because what I saw was like doggone, like, cause the little baby seemed like all right, like I'm cool up in here, mama. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. And then like when he was in my arms, hold on, all right, so I gotta go.